this is part of the retention strategy. How do you form that habit? Any suggestions, any book suggestions on that specific topic that comes to mind?
Habit forming products.
Okay, that's a new one. I didn't know about it.
I think that's the name of it. I'll check. The author name is slipping my mind, but it's all about how to create very addictive products.
Yeah,
it really focuses on the different behaviors and circumstances that play in users when forming a habit. For example, I think we all can agree that forming a habit of drinking water every day is much different than doing 100 push-ups every day. Different users, different circumstances, different behaviors expected there, right? You cannot design a retention strategy assuming that everybody is absolutely the same.
Yeah.
And this is where a lot of cohort analysis and things come into play.
Segmentation.
Yes, segmentation, to really understand, okay, different users, how they behave, how you need to change your retention strategies in order to retain those different set of users. So that's one book that I would mention, but it's becoming an increased focus for early stage companies because now, given the climate that we're actually in, focusing your marketing investment all on acquisition is not a sustainable roadmap going forward. If you don't come in with the sole intentions of saying like how you're going to retain these users once you get them, then it leaves your business susceptible to, I think, risk down the line.
Yeah.
Especially given industries that are increasingly becoming competitive, like fintech as being one of them. So if I was to step in within like a role for the first 90 days, out of those three areas I mentioned between acquisition, monetization, and retention, and what stage the company is in, I was like, okay, what's your retention strategy? And then work my way back.
That's like reverse engineering the process.
Yeah, exactly. Like how you're retaining these users, because it doesn't make any sense for me to get 1 million users in a year if your retention is like 10%.
Yeah, exactly. Plus also, I read the stat when we were building the growth marketing certificate, and it said it costs you 5 times more to acquire new users than to actually retain the users that you already have. So if you have someone who has shown like a decent interest in your product and wants to continue that journey, but you just have to show them the way, it's better to put effort into making sure that this path is clear for them, which is the onboarding process at the end. So you can take them to that wow moment, and then at the end, finally have that customer activated, or just show them the core value and how you can help them get the job done at the end of the day. So the book that also like came to mind, and we also talk about this in the GMC, is Hooked.
Hooked, yeah.
Yeah, you've probably
that's the real name of the book.
That's the one.
Then it says how to build habit forming products.
Yes,
that's the book.
That's the subtitle.
Yeah, that is the subtitle.
That's
yeah,
true. So
good, we got that clear.
Yeah, the hook is a four-step process as well. So the retention process is a 4-step process. But what I really like at the end is it boils down to forming that habit. But how do you what do the customers or the activated users feel when they feel that they retained? And one part of it is about the Ikea effect. I don't know if you've heard about it before or not, but the Ikea effect is basically just when let's say you bought a couch from Ikea, but you are the one who puts it together, and when it's done, you look at it and you're like, oh man, yeah, I really like that. It looks amazing, so much better than the most expensive sofa or whatever. So it's only because you've invested so much time and effort, and you made it work yourself. And this is the, I want to say, emotional part that really comes into forming that habit at the end of the day. I want to mention Duolingo again, and I want to maybe brag.
As an advocate.
I am.
Duolingo right here.
No, it's only because they do this so well, and they do this so well, man. And I want to allow me to brag a little bit and say that I have more than a 750 day streak on Duolingo. Yeah, I've been practicing my Dutch. I've been just practicing.
As a retention strategy.
Yeah, as a retention strategy. It's only for that, for use case purposes. But that streak, how they've pushed it and just showed it to me, and as a user, as an activated user, to say the least, is so very well done. And they also talk about it on their blogs, and they talk about the habit forming process that is within that streak. So, and they also protect it with streak freezes. So, because let's imagine I was so busy today, I didn't even look at my phone, and I broke that streak tomorrow. I would never go back and start from scratch. There's no way I'm starting from scratch. So the way they also made sure that I still am motivated to be retained and come back is through that streak freeze. So don't worry, we've got you covered if you're way too busy on that.
Yeah,
I really wanted to mention that.
So two things that I will bring up that I just thought about is you may notice that some of the best like habit forming products are B2C, so direct to consumer products.
Yeah.
And
apps.
I think the ones that are even that really have nailed retention are the ones that specifically focuses on some type of personal development, personal professional development. They're focused on the individual, focus on building up you as a person. So think about Duolingo, think about Peloton, dealing with health. Think about maybe even cooking apps. These ones that focus on the individual and building yourself up and making you a better person, like these are the ones that I've noticed really have nailed retention.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of other companies within the B2C space, but also in the B2B side that really can learn from companies like this.
Yeah, 100%.